Hey everybody, it's Austin Irby here. I hope you guys are doing well. Oh man, I'm super excited for tonight. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and man, I just can't wait. I can't wait. So let's go over here to the comments and let's see who all we have tuning in tonight. I was popping some comments up there on the screen. Tonight, for the first time ever on Weekly Chat with Austin, and this has been going on for October of last year. I am live on Facebook and YouTube at the exact same time. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited. So anyway, we have people from all over the world watching this. And I know my two guests are going to know who this lady is, but my mother is watching. So she says hello to all of you. so they're waving at you, Mom. I'm telling you. We got people from Texas. Oh, Barbara from Texas. Hello. How are you? Penny. How are you? Tuning in all the way from Canada. Oh my gosh. Let's see who else we have. Vicky from Newport News, Virginia, I guess, or is that somewhere else? No, maybe not in the United States. I'm not sure. I know we got people watching from all over. So Judy Locke, hello. I hope you're doing well. Thank all of you for tuning in tonight, and we're gonna have fun. And man, it's just gonna be great. So hello to you all. And for those of you who have never seen the show before, welcome, because I see a lot of new folks that are watching this tonight. So man, I got a jam-packed show for you. And before we really get into the swing of things and bring our first guest on, I kind of want to give a shout out to this program that I'm using called StreamYard. Man, they're just awesome. And when I started doing this show, I started with a program called OBS, and you know, I had to get a swing of things, but it was okay. And then I got an opportunity to try a program from Australia. And it didn't go so well. It was just a little too difficult for me. And Riley Jenkins and Ted Torres can tell you about that because they were my guests and we all had issues, but we got it to work. So Elvis buddy of mine out in England actually was using this program for like a comedy skit that he does on YouTube. And he told me, he said, man, you should definitely try this out. So I looked it up. And last week when we had David Fontana and Matt Cordell on here, we used it and it went great. It was awesome. But I was using the free version, I guess you could say. So now they have given me an opportunity to try the upgraded version to see how I like it. So that's how we got the videos on tonight. And we're going to show some photos. So I think it's going to go great. And if it does, then I guess I have to fork out a little money to make it work the way I like it. So anyway, so thanks to StreamYard, man. I gave them a very long email and man, they were very nice, and they really looked me up and looked at the show and they really enjoyed it. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm cool with that. So thank you, StreamYard. Thank you very much. So without further ado, we got some more comments over here. So I want to see some more folks before we really get kicked into the show. Folks from Maryland, Sharon Dalton, I hope you're doing well. Oh man, let's see who else. Craig from Ohio. Hello. A lot of people from North Carolina. Travis, they must live where you're from or something. Yeah, he's shaking his head. He's giving I see some Shelby people on here. My fan club president is Peggy, said she is watching. I do not see her, but she is somewhere on here. Well, hey, Rhonda, you're somewhere. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight, man. I'm gonna tell you something. My guests have no clue, but as you can see, I got 2 sheets of paper right here. I've done my research on all of them. But I didn't have to do too much research because I have known these 3 guests for like my entire Elvis tribute artist career. That's no joke. And man, they're true friends, and they're all 3 friends for life. And I kind of don't get to see them as much as I'd hope to. But you know, I think things are going to change on that here very soon, I hope, and start seeing everybody very soon. And you never know. We all 4 might be doing a show sometime. You never know. So we'll see what happens. Travis is giving thumbs up. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to hush chitty chatting here because I know you're not on here to see me chat all night. But anyway, we're going to bring our first guest on, and hopefully we don't have any technical issues because, you know, Facebook has been going crazy lately and crazy things have been happening, but it's okay. Michael and Samantha Chambliss, man, they're just awesome people all around, and they're from the Pigeon Forge, Tennessee area. So we're going to pass this on up to Tennessee, and we're going to get Michael and them on here. Let's see if we can get this rolling. Here we go. Are you guys with me?
Hey!
Hey, what's up?
This is little
Oh,
Bush
nothing
baby.
much,
She
man.
wanted to
Just
join tonight. She's making her
oh,
debut.
I'm glad. I'm glad. That's the like I said earlier, I want that dog. I really do. Well,
She
before we
does.
really get kicked into things, I'm gonna have to pick on you, Michael. I got to pick on you. If you can see on the bottom of the screen, it's not Clemson orange, but I changed the color where your name is to orange. Now, as you know, I am not a Clemson fan, even though I live like 45 minutes from Clemson University. We've had this conversation plenty of times, ladies and gentlemen.
And
The other day.
The other day.
You've even been to the stadium.
Yes, I have. All right, here's the story. Let's make a long story short.
I cannot believe they let a Gamecock fan get anywhere close to how we're
The reason they let me in is because I had on a Clemson shirt.
Oh.
Even more.
But here's the thing about it, though.
Folks at IPTAY and have you.
You were bearing false witness against the Lord's team.
That's right.
Well, and here's the bad thing about it. My preacher at the time was one that dared me to wear the Clemson shirt, and he took me to the game because me and his son was best friends. Yeah, so I have been, but
Methodist.
Even though I had on no, he was a Baptist. That shocks, right? Anyway, so I had on the shirt, but I wasn't pulling for him. So people didn't know that, but my brain.
Our dogs are jealous. They want to be on camera.
Oh, they want to be live on
they
Facebook
made
and
no
YouTube.
noises all day long until now.
Until now, that's okay. They're just trying to talk like you guys. Animals have that have that thing. So let's go ahead and kick on into what we got going on. I know you're probably scared about what I might ask, right?
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Michael, we're going to start with you, and I know you get asked this question a lot, but the main thing is how did you get into Elvis? How did you really get into Elvis and becoming an Elvis tribute artist?
There's really two parts of that story. When I was growing up, around 80, early in the 80s, we came here to the Smoky Mountains, and there was a show here in town, the Bonnie Lou and Buster show. It was one of the only live shows in town back then. And every night around 9 or 10 o'clock, they had an Elvis show featuring a guy named Ronnie Speaks. And back in the early 80s, man, there wasn't an Elvis tribute artist on every corner,
Right.
And man, the first time I ever saw him walk out on stage with that outfit on and the cape and the belt, and me being a huge Superman fan, I thought, a Superman that sings.
Absolutely.
That's what I want to be when I grow up. And we always vacationed here in the Smokies, so I wanted to make this my home and one day maybe do that.
Right.
Of course, years later, start doing different things. I got into the gospel music world and moved out to Branson and did some stuff. And about 10 years ago, I moved here to the Smoky Mountains.
Right.
Started doing a show called the Tennessee Shindig. And in that show, they had different Elvis tribute artists that would come and do a 2 or 3 month run or whatever.
Right.
And so that's where I met Cody Slaughter and Sean Clush and Dwight. And I mean, just all of that. I mean, the Who's Who, they were all coming through there, and they all were blown away by my knowledge of Elvis,
Right.
I was such a huge fan. And one of the guys gave me a jumpsuit, and one of the guys gave me a pair of his boots and said, man, I think one day you're gonna be doing this,
Right.
And I put it in my closet, and then I don't know. I think Jay Dupuy called me and said, hey, man, I just blew my ankle out. I need you to do the show tonight. And it was one of those deals where it was like, put me in, coach.
Right. Absolutely.
It was really short, but I had a concho suit and some white boots, and I went out there and did it and got bit by the bug. And I wound up within a year going down to Georgia. That's where we met you and did the Georgia Elvis Fest and won. And still I don't even know how that happened, but and won on a borrowed suit. I had one suit going down there.
Andy Severchik's, right?
And that's right. And Andy Severchik, bless his heart. He didn't know me, had no reason to do anything for me, but he loaned me his suit that morning and said, man, you got to wear another suit besides that latter suit, man. You got
right.
He's such a good guy, and I won, and I I always loved him for that. And was always thankful for, and that's what it's all about. You know that a lot of the guys look out
Absolutely.
for each other. And met you won the youth
Yeah.
division.
I was
Weren't you?
I was young.
Non-pro.
I was non-pro. I think
Non-pro.
I was like what, 15, 16, something around that age, I think.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
might be a picture floating around. I don't know.
There is a picture. We're gonna get to it in a few minutes. Trust
you
me.
have one?
we're
You don't
gonna
have a
get
picture, do you?
yeah, we're gonna get to some
Maybe.
photos.
Okay.
Yeah.
But-
The crazy thing is, talking about that, all four of us, including Travis, that is really kind of where we all kind of just clicked and all met.
Yep.
And it's
Yep.
because of an Elvis Festival, and it all happened in the same place, Brother Jordan. I think things happen for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's neat to be going back full circle and going back down there to Georgia.
Mhm.
All of us, we're
I know.
all
I'm excited.
Of course, But
Yes.
after I won, Dee Gallen at Memories Theater, she gave me a shot to be the Elvis there. But the coolest thing was one night, Ronnie Speaks, the guy who I would go and watch back in the early 80s and wanted to be just like him. He passed away on my birthday a couple of years ago. But before he passed away, he was able, him and his wife Linda, to come and sit in my audience and watch me
Wow.
do Elvis, man. And
That's awesome.
it's amazing how God will give you the desires of your heart, and
Amen to that.
He's done that for me so many times.
Yep.
In my life, I've been able to do a lot.
Man, that's awesome. All right. Well, what I'm going to kind of do is kind of just go back and forth, or kind of something like that. So Samantha, I'm going to go to you now. So my question to you.
Enough about me.
No, no, we're going to get back to you. So how did you get into Marilyn and Margaret? And I also hear that you do a little, is it Betty Boop? Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually. Well, I've always been an old soul.
Right.
I don't remember not loving Elvis. Apparently, when I was a little girl, I would watch his black and white movies when I wouldn't even watch cartoons.
Right.
And so I don't remember, but I was crazy about Elvis, and that was it. Just Elvis, Elvis, Elvis. Well,
right.
My grandparents had a home in Myrtle Beach, and they told my mom and dad when I was about 9, they said, there is a show called Legends in Concert, and she's going to love it because Elvis is in it.
Right.
So they took me there, and of course I loved it because Elvis was in it, but I saw the most beautiful woman I had ever seen in my life, and her name was Barbara Boger, and she did Marilyn Monroe, and I didn't even know who Marilyn Monroe was, but I saw her, and I looked at my daddy, and I said, I want to be her when I grow up. And my daddy said, oh, God, please no, not her. He said, don't you want to be Loretta Lynn? But I just fell in love, honestly, more with her than with Marilyn. And then when I got old enough to understand that those weren't the real people, these were entertainers that were being other people, I thought that the art of impersonation was so awesome.
Right.
And I'm not the strongest singer, so Marilyn was like the only character that I could do.
Gotcha.
And then one thing led to another. And I actually never thought about being Anne Margaret until I worked at the Tennessee Shindig. And they wanted me to do that with Jay Dupuis. So that was the first time I ever did Margaret. And then it just kind of took off from there.
Wow.
And as far as Betty Boop goes, I was in a show in North Carolina called Carolina Nights that was a salute to the USO. And I guess because Betty Boop was a popular cartoon in the 40s or whatever, they really just had us audition to see who could do the voice. Right. And I happened to do the voice. And so I started doing that here and there.
Wow. It's a God-given talent.
We've been so blessed, man, because especially working like at Tennessee Shindig and Memories Theater, I was able to, because when the other guys were on stage, I was in a quartet over to the side.
Right.
And I was like a sponge, man. I mean, I'm watching people like Cody and Sean Clush and Donnie Edwards and Dwight and Jay and the who's who of the, because Johnny Stewart was producing the show, John Stewart from Legends.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought in all the old guys, Bill Cherry. I mean, and I was able to just sit and watch these award-winning, the cream of the crop guys taking little bits from them and little bits from here and this and that. And so we've been blessed to be able to work in shows where we've been able to be around that. You know, and Branson, I watched Tony Roy, you know, it was just, it's been cool, man. We've been blessed.
Man, I'll tell you what, I always tell people this all the time, even up and coming entertainers and tribute artists, if you live your life right, anything's possible with God. That's just how it is, you know? But you were kind of leading up to kind of, y'all been performing in Pigeon Forge. Now, how long have you two been performing together, whether it be in Tennessee or various places?
Well,
do you know?
We actually met at the Tennessee Shindig. That's
okay. Okay.
11.
Was it 11?
2011. Yeah.
Time flies.
And we've pretty much performed together ever since then, minus just a couple of years. But even then, she'd wind up filling in one of the shows that I was doing. And of course, we always did our road gigs. We try to, you know, in January and February, this place, you can shoot a cannonball down the street.
Kind of dead.
And not get a car.
Yeah.
Right.
Used to. It's kind of changed now, but but we do our road shows. Which you're going to be involved in some of those.
Yes.
We're too much, but
no, we'll give a little tease, but us three kind of have something going on, but we'll be able to announce it soon. So all of you watching, just hold on tight. There's a lot of people that's probably watching this that I know, because when I try to make an announcement, they're very impatient. So now they're probably biting their nails or something now, but you just gotta be patient with us, and then we'll let you know something. So anyway, speaking of Tennessee Shindig, man, I remember I was 13 years old when I first went to that show, and I got introduced to Cody Slaughter, and y'all's good friend Stacy, who's no longer with us, man. I've known her ever since she was on that jukebox show on the Hill. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's when I first met her. And she had a son the same name as me. So that's kind of how we all kind of clicked. So she introduced me to Cody, and she actually got me on stage at the Tennessee Shindig with Cody. So I was like mesmerized, you know what I mean? So it was really neat. And the crazy thing was y'all weren't performing there then, correct? That's like when Cody first started.
I started in 2009.
Okay, that was before then. Okay, I think so. But as I was about to say, I should remember if I seen your faces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't start till 2011. I was in the magic show before that.
I think Cody came along maybe in 2007 or 8 there. I think that was when he first started doing the whole Elvis thing. At the theater, you know. I
still have it on DVD right back here behind me in this movie cabinet. I have it.
We're gonna have to break it out.
I have it. Yeah, absolutely. So Michael, you not only do Elvis, but I think this was maybe before you got into Elvis. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have sang in multiple gospel groups like the Cumberland Quartet, New Life Gospel Quartet. Is that right?
That's right.
And also performing on the Gaither Family series. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be part of some of those videos. You know, when if you ever seen a Gaither video,
absolutely,
they'll normally get in a big room, and I was so fortunate to be in some of the last tapings that featured my heroes growing up. You know, like the Happy Goodman family and James Blackwood, some of the folks that backed up Elvis. You know. A lot of my friends, they were running around trying to meet all the new, more contemporary guys like the Gaither Vocal Band, which I'm a huge fan of that. But I was going around trying to find, James Blackwood or Jake Hess or Hovey Lister or Cecil Goodman. And you know what was so cool is they took the time to ask more about me, you know, and and one thing I've always told her that I will never forget, the very first time I sat down for a taping, I sat down and Bill Gaither sat down.
Wow.
To do the makeup thing, television. So I looked over and I'm like, God, who would have ever thought I'd be getting my makeup done next to Bill Gaither?
Absolutely.
Right. Well, so we struck up a conversation, and he was being so nice, and all of a sudden, and I can say this with you on this chat. He said, Michael, let me ask you a question. He said, are you saved? And it just, it hit me,
Right.
all of us that were in gospel music, we do what we do. And so I guess you automatically assume that, you've been born again and all. But
Right.
it hit me that he genuinely cared and just took a moment just to find out that,
Absolutely.
to make sure, I guess, that I knew the Lord as my Savior. And I
Right.
will never forget that he said, oh, that's awesome, man. How old were you? And we went into that. And that's always, it let me know that what he was doing was real.
Right.
And when you see of course, there's a lot of television to everything, but
Yeah.
man, those days were amazing. And being in there with all those folks, I'm blessed because of that.
Man. That's like an all-time dream of mine. I would love to like just sit and have a chat with Bill Gaither. I mean, he's a legend in gospel music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just incredible. And Jason Crabb is somebody that I admire a lot. And Michael English, you're very familiar. You've got to actually stand on stage with Michael English.
Oh man, I can barely remember it because I was so
mesmerized.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have been too.
As soon as we come off stage, Michael looked at me and I said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just sang Bowed on My Knees and Cried Holy with you." And he said, "Oh, did you know the verses?" And I was like, "Did I?" And he was like, "Man, I'd have let you sing one." And so maybe next time, Michael, we'll get to sing it together. I don't know.
Yeah, and I will be in the audience for sure.
Yes.
I will be in the audience because I'm not going to miss that. But I will say, and I'm probably pretty sure a lot of folks are watching this, and Dwight Bozeman is watching this. Y'all know who he is, and he's going to agree with me.
Right.
He's going to agree with me on this. But I personally think if you listen to you sing, Michael, and listen to Michael English sing, man, there's a comparison with y'all's vocals. It really is. It really is.
Man,
and I say this for those of you who are watching. I say this all the time when we're on stage together. But if I could trade vocal cords with anybody, it would be this guy right here on the screen. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
That's who I'd trade vocal cords with. So if you ever wake up one morning and your voice sounds different, well, just come find me.
And I'd love to have your hair. You got good hair.
Oh, well, right now I'm getting like Billy Ray Cyrus with the mullet, so it's getting pretty long. Yeah, ain't able. I can't even get rid of this beard that I have going on. I was dared to let it grow out, so I had to do what I had to do.
It looks good. I like the beard.
I'm not used to it.
She moved away from the black hair.
I love it though. I love it.
Thanks. It was kind of an accident, but it works. So I'm gonna keep it for a little while.
Hey, when you're in self-quarantine, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, my hair has been purple and pink, so I figured this is kind of tame.
Oh Lord. So Samantha, everybody knows that you work in a magic show with Terry Evanswood. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Now my question is, and I've always been curious about this, but did something kind of get you into
signed a secrecy agreement? She cannot she cannot tell you how they work.
Oh no, man! I'm scared. So how did you become, like, I guess you could say, like a magician's assistant? Is that the correct term? How did that come about?
Okay, well, it's kind of a long story for that too. So I worked at a theater called Carolina Nights. And there was a magician that would come and work there from time to time. His name is Greg Franklin, and he now works at the Comedy Barn, and his name is Farmer Clem at the Comedy Barn. If you ever go there, one way. He was the first magician that I ever assisted. And so he just wanted me to come do a road gig with him one day, and I did. And it was really fun. And so I always wanted to go to Pigeon Forge, and really my goal was to work at Memories Theater. That was my goal, was to do my impersonations. Right. But I thought someone had called me. My dear friend Bill Cody had called me, and who I worked for at Ghost Town in the Sky, and he said there is a great show. It's a magic show. Great guy named Terry Evanswood. and it's a really good job to have. He's very respected in town, and and Bill knew that I would rather do impersonations at the time, so he said, "It'll get your foot in the door. It's right next door to Memories Theater. Get your foot in the door," you know. So I was like, you know, I'll go and audition. Well, I didn't know anything about it really. And actually, what was so funny is that I was so nervous that morning, because how do you audition for a magic show?
Right.
I forgot to wash the conditioner out of my hair. And I didn't realize it until the drive halfway here. And I was still living in North Carolina at the time, so I couldn't turn around and go home.
Right.
So I get there, and actually, as I'm auditioning, Terry walks out. Like, he walks out. And I think, okay, well, that's great. I'm obviously fired. But come to find out, he took one look at me and said, "That's my girl," and left.
Wow.
And he liked my hair.
He does every show with conditioner.
Yeah. But
no.
It was so funny because he's worked with a number of girls, a number of very talented girls, but I'm actually the only girl he's ever gotten to pick.
Wow.
So
that's an honor.
Yeah, and ever since then, I've left his show a few times, but I keep coming back because it really is a good gig. It's a good gig. It's a fun show. He's a great boss, and I really enjoy doing it. Magic is one of my favorite things to do, and it's something that I didn't really have an interest in before, you know, but now I love it.
And he works so good with our schedule.
He really does.
You know, he's awesome. He's great.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Like, one of our best friends and Mike and Jessica that I work with are they're more like family than friends or castmates. So it's been really fun over the years. And it's also kind of like working in magic is like being in on an inside joke that everybody else wants in on.
Yeah, true.
I know all the tricks.
Wow. And everybody you probably get asked that question probably after every show. How did you do that? How did you do that? Right?
All the time. And my answer is, it's magic.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. So Michael, you have got the opportunity to perform on the Grand Ole Opry, which is like another dream of mine, man. That is like the most amazing thing that you could probably ever accomplish in your life. I ain't kidding. So tell us kind of how that came about. And I'm going to ask the personal question on how was the feeling? What was the emotion like when you were out there?
Man, it was just one of those things where I tried to just soak everything in while I was there.
Right.
I mean, even standing backstage right before we went on, I was just looking all around, and I was thinking about all the stars, the legends that have stood, you know, right there. And I was about 21 or 22 years old. I was with the Cumberland Boys. We had released an album, and the album did extremely well on gospel radio. And the Cumberland Boys, before I joined them, was the resident quartet at Opryland, USA. So he had some pretty close ties, and they had performed there before. So when the Grand Ole Opry caught wind that we were back performing again and touring, they asked us to come do the show. And was backstage with Porter Wagner in his green room, and got to hear firsthand stories of and it was amazing. And
wow.
So it's one of those things where you really can't put into words, you know?
Right.
I remember walking on stage and just being up there and looking around, and it went by so fast. Like, you know, we did 3 songs.
Right.
And I think Bout on My Knees might have been the last song that we did, which the people reacted to it, you know, and so we went into a little encore, I think, of it. And it was just, you know, don't mess up. You know, that was going through my head, but they made us feel so comfortable there. The sound was amazing, and I made sure that I made my way over to that little round square. There's a little spot though that
I know it's showing
where people like Elvis and all of those
absolutely
on that little round square.
Just that little round spot, right?
Yeah, but it went by so fast. But I'll never forget that. It was amazing. Amazing.
Well, I want to tell you this really quick. Travis can hear you guys, and he just made a comment in this private chat over here, and he says we're looking all really good. That was his kind of statement. To be
Nothing
truthful,
about
to be
being on the
truthful,
Osprey, nothing about the things that she does, nothing, but we look good.
We all look
to
really
be
good.
truthful, his
That is
correct
straight up
term, his
style.
correct term was that you look sexy was the correct term.
Oh, he was talking to me.
Yeah.
He's cracking up over here. I can see him. He's cracking up. We're and later
I love
on.
his new haircut.
Oh,
I know.
New hair.
Toward the end of the show, before we get signed off, we're gonna have to try to get all of us on here at one time. I've never tried to attempt that before, but we'll see what I can do. I think there's an option where I can do that.
It might shut down the internet if we're all.
We might break it, but and there's no telling amongst us four what might be said. But these people watching, they know us so well that they could probably.
Are you on a delay in case Travis or her get you in there? Will they kick us off before we?
No. I look. I can be on this thing 24/7. It's okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh man. So here's what we're gonna do really quick. I have one more question for you guys, and it's probably the most popular question that you two are asked together. So, but before I ask that question, I'm gonna tell every viewer that's watching right now, if you have any questions for Michael and Samantha, comment them below, and as soon as we get finished chatting about this, I'll pop your question on the screen and they'll be able to read it. But if it's too personal, they're not going to answer it. So be careful with choose your words wisely. That's what I always
You don't
like
have to worry
say.
about me.
Is her? He's trying to point at you, I think.
He's just so quick, man. It's never. Me and Matt Cordell was talking about that a couple of nights ago. Just how
fast I am.
Matt stays a nervous wreck anyway. You know, he's just always so nervous. And me and him would just cringe backstage sometimes because she was just always like right there dancing on that line.
I'm so glad that my act made you cringe.
Yeah. Well, Marilyn Monroe can say anything and really get away with it. You know?
This isn't the question. This isn't the question I was going to ask, but it just popped in my head when you saying that. I believe I might be the only entertainer. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. That's probably not nervous when I perform with you.
It's the truth.
Yeah, I'm not nervous.
No, I can tell that he doesn't get nervous. He just kind of, well, first of all, you look me in the eye, which the rest of them don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what you just did? You just pretty much set yourself up.
Oh
because
God!
Now that's going to be her thing, is to embarrass.
Try to make me nervous. That's okay.
Yep. You're in
I'm ready. I'm ready. So we got some questions popping in, but before we get to those, here's the most popular question, and somebody actually did just comment this, and they must have read my mind. But the question is how did you two meet? Was it in the theater business, outside of the theater business, Tennessee Shindig? How was that?
Tennessee Shindig.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. He was already working there, and I was hired to do the show, and pretty much the rest is history.
Wow.
Quickly,
that's cool.
I performed in Branson, and the billboards out there, a lot of times the billboards would have girls promoting shows, and usually, honestly, a lot of them were not really in the show. They were models hired in.
Right.
And then you go to the show, and there would be pretty girls in the show, but it might not be the one that was, on the billboard.
Right.
And so I saw her picture on a billboard, and I thought, man, that's a pretty girl. Too bad she doesn't exist in this town.
Right.
And so I went and caught the show one night, and she popped out of a box, and
it's like, surprise.
She is real, and then.
Right. What's funny is that the billboard he saw, I was making this face.
It appealed to me. I don't know.
That's right. Man.
But then a few years later, we were at the Shindig, and we made some changes and wanted to bring in a couple of more tribute artists. And they said, we've got a girl coming in doing Marilyn Monroe.
Wow.
And you think, well, she's bound to be pretty.
Right.
And then it was Samantha.
Right.
And, walked
the rest
in.
is history.
I wasn't shaved. I don't think I'd done my hair yet. I didn't want to be there for the rehearsal, and saw her there. And then I ran to the bathroom trying to fix myself up real quick.
Hello, and he went, wait.
He just ran.
I thought I was a jerk because I was like, hey, what's up?
Oh Lord, that's hilarious. My goodness. So, man,
and she started chasing me, and I finally gave in.
Oh, I see that look back there. Is it different, vice versa from that? He was chasing you?
No, we didn't chase each other.
When we're in person, I'll tell you the first thing he said to me. I don't know if it's appropriate to say.
Okay, we'll wait till we're in person. I'm anxious to hear.
It's not bad.
Okay.
I just don't know if you want me to.
It's not bad. Okay.
But it was
all right.
pretty much
That was 10 years ago. I was 22. So
Wow, that's awesome. Man, I'm gonna tell you, you got a lot of questions popping on here, and I have to pick which ones to use. Travis is dying over here. I see
we
him
need to let
laughing. He's
Travis.
cracking up.
We need to let him talk for a minute, probably. So
All right, here's a couple questions. He's enjoying this. I'm telling you, he's just.
I know he is.
All right, here's the first question from Jenny Henry. Michael, when do you start performing at the Majestic Theater?
Tentatively. Yes, June the 11th.
Okay,
But we
June
will be
the 11th.
posting that. Yeah, the Soul of Motown show will start around June 2nd ish.
Okay.
We are starting rehearsal, so around June the 11th, I believe.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
I will be posting that.
Okay. All right. Here's the next question from Kathy Beam. Sam, are you from Marion, North Carolina? I am from Bakersville, North Carolina.
Yes, I am from Marion, North Carolina, and I've been to Bakersfield many times.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's see. There was one more question somewhere. I'm trying to find where it was. It decided to leave me. Okay. This is from Penny from Canada. And I'm assuming this is to both of you, but where is your favorite place to play?
Ooh.
Difficult question.
I love going to Brunswick, Georgia.
Probably Brunswick, Georgia. Yeah.
I have to agree with you on that.
You can do it down there. The food is so
It's
good.
just-
Travis, you know how good the food is down there.
He's shaking his head. Yes.
Many a chicken nugget.
Now he's rubbing his stomach.
I love it there. I love it there. And I would say Lake George is a
Yes,
second.
I love Lake George too.
We love Lake
George,
George.
New York.
It's just such a far drive because I don't fly. So it's a long drive for us. But it reminds us of Gatlinburg. So,
Yeah.
but Lake George was wonderful too. We loved Lake George.
I'll tell you what, to be truthful, and you probably will agree with this, but and you practically just said it, but Brunswick, Georgia, I believe is the best festival to perform at.
Absolutely.
I don't know what it is about Brunswick, but it's just something about Brunswick.
It's just a great town.
Man,
There's really nice people there.
And the crowd is just so, I mean, they give everybody the same type of reaction when they come out on stage. Everybody gets the same reaction. And that's what's awesome.
The people that helped us the most in this industry, Jennifer Anderson, of course, Jason, you, Terry,
and she's watching. She's watching. She says hello.
Yeah. I mean, those folks have those are the relationships that have lasted.
Absolutely.
And they would last no matter. They've lasted even when we're not doing Elvis and Marilyn or whatever we're doing. They're just friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They've done it.
See Jennifer, like we just make it a point to just go down there and hang with her.
Right. And I know all four of us are very appreciative of everything that all of those folks that you have named have done, because they've done a lot for all four of us for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Terry
Absolutely.
Yep. There was one more comment I was going to show you, and then we're going to do a commercial break, and then we're going to get Travis on here. But Braxton Sykes, I don't know if y'all know who that is, but he is up and coming ETA, and he's a great guy. And he just made a comment and said, I will get to see all of you in Brunswick. I was a little kid the last time I saw you, Michael.
Oh, I do know who Braxton is.
Is he like 30 now?
No.
No. But I'm looking forward to seeing him too. Yeah. There's a lot of them. Riley Jenkins. It's so funny seeing these guys that are heavy hitters now that were just, just running around and wanting to be part of all of us. And Maxley James. Yep. All those guys, it's
and now they're there, man. They're there. Riley is just, you know what I mean? I mean, Riley's an incredible person, and him and I are great friends, and he's a character. He's a character.
He's great.
Cool to see people carrying on the legacy.
Absolutely. Well, before I let you guys go, I want to show the audience, the viewers who are watching this, something, and you guys are going to get to see it too. But this is a photo that I made last night. It's got from then till now.
Look at that.
Wow.
So
I lost some weight.
So up there, Michael's got on that red suit he was talking about. That was after we both won.
Yeah, that's it.
That was after we both won our divisions. That was 2013, the first time we all met. And then 2016 was the first time, Samantha, where you and I did Elvis and Aunt Margaret together. And that is a photo from Elberton, Georgia.
Cool. I remember that.
Yeah. And then the other photos are from the show that we did back in February in Selma when we were all there.
Yes.
That was so much fun.
That was fun. So
we know a little bit more about what we're doing now. I think.
Hey, look, you guys did perfect. With none of us rehearsing together, man, I'll be truthful with you. Dwight is watching this. He will agree. Mom's watching this. She will agree. That was the best Rockin' Nightaway show that has ever happened in our whole, let's see, 56, 4 years of doing the show. No joke. That's the truth.
Well, we had a blast.
We had fun.
Real quick, I want to tell you that, and Samantha and I say this all the time, we're so proud of you and what you do. You know,
thank you.
You use Elvis as a platform, but you're such a great person and entertainer yourself, surrounding yourself with people like Dwight,
right,
and all the ones. Your mother, y'all are doing something really cool, and you're doing something that will that you can do for a long, long time.
That's right.
Right.
You've not just relied solely on the Elvis thing, and plus with you being a Christian and taking that stand, man, you got a big future ahead of you. And to know that we're going to be doing things with you next year,
absolutely,
it's just an honor and a privilege. So we're looking forward to it.
Man, the honor is all mine as well. I love working with you guys. It's just something about our chemistry that just, I don't know, when we hit the stage together, it's just electricity, man. I just tell you. But for those of you who are watching, like we said earlier, us three have something really exciting that we're hopefully going to get to announce with you guys very soon. And all I can say is 2021 is going to be awesome. Am I right?
Yep.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. Yeah. Absolutely. You can't get here quick enough.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, look, I just want to thank both of you for being on here with me tonight. The fans and the viewers have loved it. And I think we had over 100 something people watching this. So everybody's loved it. So thank you guys. And don't log off here. I want you to watch the rest of the show because I'm going to get you back on there with Travis toward the end. So make sure you stay on. But thank you guys again, and I love you guys very much, and I'll put you back on in a little while.
Okay, love you too.
Love you.
All right, see you in a bit.
See you.
Bye.
Oh, Michael and Samantha Chambliss, great people. I love them so much, and they're just great people all around. But before we go into Travis and we get him on here, he is probably like ready just to get on here. He's like, come on. He's shaking his head. I can see. What we're going to do is I'm going to take a short little commercial break really fast. It's not going to last very long. And after the commercial break is over, we're going to get Travis on here. And man, we have some interesting stories to talk about too. So excited to have him on. So don't go anywhere. Don't change that channel, as I always say, even though you really can't change it because you're not watching television, but you can on Facebook by hitting the back button. But anyway, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Be right back. Mr. Travis Powell, don't go anywhere.
I've asked you all here today because we need some out-of-the-box ideas to help raise support for this very special place that we all love so much. Shriners Hospitals for Children. They've changed my life, and I know they've changed yours too. So what have you got?
How about a lemonade stand with 19 lemons? And we say, don't be a sourpuss, call today.
That's an idea, but I'm pretty sure people would love this adorable blanket as a thank you over lemons. Any other ideas?
Ooh, how about 19 kittens? Please go online and donate. Meow. Who doesn't love kittens? And Kirsten and I could fly over them like superheroes. And then space dinosaurs with jetpacks fly in and say, call now before we go extinct.
Those are all great ideas, but we're missing something. You know, the heart of it all. Caleb, what do you think?
I love Shriners Hospitals and the doctors and nurses. I just wish everyone knew their small monthly gifts change my life and the lives of all the other children they help every day. Without their monthly support, none of this would be possible. I just think we should say thank you. And we love you.
Wow. That's right on, Caleb.
When you call or go to loveshriners.org right now, you'll be helping kids like us continue to get the amazing care only Shriners Hospitals for Children can provide. Please call or go online right now. If operators are busy, please call again or go to loveshriners.org. You think people will really give because of these commercials, Alec?
I think they will, buddy. I really think they will.
Please call or go online right away to give. Thank you.
We have a rich legacy at the University of South Carolina, serving our state, nation, and the world. Discoveries that lead to healthier, more educated communities with students who push boundaries, persevere, because as a Gamecock, there are no limits to what you can achieve.
All right, and we're back. I had to play that little last commercial because of Michael, because he's not a Gamecock fan, but I had to do it anyway. He's shaking his head. Sorry, I had to do it. It was, what can you do? It is what it is. So without further ado, everybody is anxiously waiting for Travis Powell to get on here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and drag him on in here and see what we got going on. Travis, are you with us?
I am with you. How are you, Austin?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, man, I'm finding a frog's hair split two ways.
Hey, that's the best way to be, right?
You know, that's right. I was wondering when you could get to me. Why in the world did Michael and Samantha take so long? Jesus,
Hey.
what is wrong with them?
It was the questions, I guess,
I
man.
love them. God, I love them.
Man, it is. Man, it has been so long since I have seen you like in person. I think it was like 2018 was probably the last.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Too long.
Where's the time gone?
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. I can tell you. Yeah, it's been like 3 years. It feels like.
Yeah, tell me about it, man. It's crazy. So,
Yeah.
man, thank you for being a part of this, man. What's that?
I like your beard.
Thank
That looks
you.
good.
You know, I was dared to do this. I've never done it before, so I was dared. So I was like, hey,
Yeah.
why
The
not?
cat missed a little place right there. You're
Yeah,
okay.
just yeah. Oh Lord. Before we get into what we need to do, Michael just wrote something. Did you see what he wrote?
I didn't. Where do I see this? at?
Okay. He
Wait,
says
hopefully, I'm learning
Yeah.
this thing like you.
you're
are.
learning this. Okay, he's learning with me. He just
Look
made a comment to us. Lord have mercy.
See, let me tell you how cool this is. I've got my own little light too. I bet Michael and Sam don't have this. Watch this. Ooh.
Hey, I got one too.
Ooh. See what I'm saying?
They probably don't have one. And they
don't
make
have
us no.
They don't have
We're gonna have to get them up to to the levels, right?
Right,
And
we'll
tell them what they
get
need.
back.
Oh man. But man, I'm happy to have you on here. And man, I know everybody's excited to see you on here. So without further ado, let's kind of get into the swing of things. So man, like I kind of asked Michael, how did you get into Elvis, man?
Oh man. Well, first of all, my mom and dad were huge Elvis fans. My whole family. And I started doing. I've actually got a video. Nobody's seen it. Well, my wife's seen it.
Right.
Of me doing Elvis at 4 years old, and
Wow.
my grandma and grandfather's granny and papa is what I
Right.
call it, their living room. 4 years old. Yeah. So and I did a hodgepodge of songs. I think it was from the Elvis in concert.
Right.
Record. I think that's where it came from. So yeah, I started very young. I just loved Elvis. I loved because he was a great looking guy. He had an amazing voice. And just like Michael and you, I was a big gospel fan. I knew he loved gospel. You could just kind of tell it. And just watching him, I mean, all he had to do was smile.
Right.
You know, he had the audience in the palm of his hand. And I just
Absolutely.
wanted to do that. I wanted to be an entertainer, you know?
Right. Man, Elvis just had that thing about him that you could just look or hear him talk or just look at him and man, you're just mesmerized. You're just there. He captured you like a snap,
Right. I can only imagine what it was. The closest thing, I won't put him in the same category, but I will say this: I love Garth Brooks. Elvis and Garth. That's my guys right there.
Absolutely.
And I got to see Garth in '96, in his prime. The Charlotte Coliseum. And I can only imagine. I remember the feeling I had seeing him, so I can only imagine how it would have been if it would have been Elvis, you know?
Absolutely.
You know, so
That's crazy. So before Elvis, you were
Yeah.
you were in the country music industry, am I right?
that's right. I started
Tell-
about I did that for probably 13, 14 years, something like that.
Wow.
I just my dad was an entertainer. He had a record deal. My mom and her sisters had put out I believe it was 8 gospel albums.
Right.
So they put out a ton of albums. My dad did his own thing. He actually played for Dale Senior's one of his championship parties. Him and Brooks and Dunn. So that was
Wow.
pretty cool. And I remember watching old VHS tapes of Dad, and just thinking to myself that that's why I want what I wanted to do. Mom, of course, doing the gospel thing. I was just born into it, kind of, which is
Right.
kind of I'm doing I'm putting out a new record. We'll get kind of lead in that. I'm putting out a new record, and I'm going to go out as Michael Travis. Now,
Right.
I'll go ahead and clarify because I've had a bunch of questions. So I've not clarified. I'm going to do this on your show, Austin.
Right.
So the reason I'm doing that is kind of a nod to my mom and dad because they
Right.
named me Michael Travis. I mean, my dad, my brother, everybody's a pal. But it's kind of a nod to them because it didn't matter what I did, whether it was Elvis, whether it's country music, whether it's rock music, whatever it was, they stood behind me. Not once did they ever, to this day, say, well, you just need to quit what you're doing and get a job.
Right.
Never. It was always chase your dream. If this is what you want to do, and with you working hard and the good Lord above, then things can happen. So that's
Right.
what they've always told me. So this is kind of a nod to them. So it'll be under Michael Travis. It's me. It's just my first name. A lot of people don't.
Right.
Michael.
Right.
Yeah.
Man. That's awesome. That's funny you went into that because that was what I was fixing to go into as well. But you've wrote many songs.
Yeah.
And you've been writing during the quarantine, and like you said, you have this this new it's an EP or an album?
Yeah, we're just gonna do an EP. It's a 4
EP.
song. We had I was gonna do 4 new songs, but when I first did the live stream,
Right.
a couple 2 Sundays or Saturdays,
Right. Yeah.
I got an overwhelming request for the old music,
Right.
which is cool because it's your
Yeah.
music.
Absolutely.
There's nothing. That feeling is, I'm telling you, if you're the no better feeling than write a song,
Mhm.
or even if you don't write it, whether it's your song, you're the
right.
artist on it, and people are hearing, or you hearing people sing the words back to you. I'm
That's
telling
right.
you, there's nothing like it. So, so I've been doing all that stuff. So I was going to write 4 new songs, and then all the people wanted to hear the old stuff. So I
Right.
decided to put out 2. Sorry, I'm missing the camera up here.
You're fine.
2 songs. One called "I Can Take Your Leaving," and then another song called "The Best of You." The Best of You was written by Darby Ledbetter and Nicole Gordon out of Nashville, and it was on hold from pretty big people, and I was very
Wow.
lucky. They didn't want it, so I got it.
That's
And,
why not.
Yeah, I'm recording that song, and then a song called "The One" that I wrote a long time ago.
Right.
It's Olivia's favorite song, so I'm gonna release it, and the Man song. I'm gonna re-release it.
Gotcha.
That song. It's kind of like the fly that never leaves you alone,
Right.
kind of. But I appreciate the fly in this case.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because
Absolutely.
me and a buddy of mine, Jim Lincolnfelt, wrote that song in the back of a van on the way to Nashville, and
Wow.
me and him both said it was the stupidest song we ever wrote, but it was a top 100. Yeah, it
Right.
was top 100 on media-based charts, and I've got a lot of requests, emails, and Facebook messages, and everything else. So I'm gonna release it again.
Why not?
Why not?
Man, that's awesome. And that new EP is coming out on June 1st. Is that what you said?
June 1st.
And how can people get those? Can they pre-order?
Yes, we're going to pre-order. You can also get on Spotify, Apple Tune. Is it iTunes anymore? Apple Music.
I think iTunes or Apple Music. It's the same.
Amazon Music, all that. So you can download the songs. You can also stream the songs on your playlist,
Right.
however you want to listen to it. So yeah, you can do. Look at all the people in here, Austin.
I know.
Holy
That's
cow, man!
There's a lot of people watching.
You know.
So let's see. Trying to figure out which question we're going to ask you next. So
I'll answer.
Okay.
I
so
won't
you're
answer the question. You know me, Austin.
so Legends in Concert.
Yes.
You do Elvis at Legends in Concert in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and you have did it at other various locations too, correct?
Right.
How did Legends come about, and how long have you been there?
I've been there going on about 6 years. So what happened was, this is kind of cool. I started doing Elvis, and I was like, well, I want to go. I want to do a contest, and so I'm getting a little bit older, so I'm gonna try to go back in my memory here. I'm not like you all. You can remember everything, man.
I don't know about that.
So the first contest I was ever in, I called Legends in Concert in Myrtle Beach, right? And I went there, and I finished third for the first contest I was ever in.
Gotcha.
I believe Kevin Mills won it. But anyway, after that, I almost didn't get in that one. They was all filled up, and they ended up having somebody back out or something.
Right.
No, Sharon called me, and I was able to get in. So I did that, finished third, and I just fueled the fire, because there's one thing I can't stand to do. For anybody that knows me, I can't stand to lose.
Right.
It just pisses me off. I hate it. I hate losing. I'm a good loser, I think, but I don't like it.
No.
Because I work very hard not to lose.
Absolutely.
So, so that just fueled my fire.
Right.
You know, that's all it did. You
Yeah.
know, which was cool. I got beat by some guy in Georgia. Some guy in a red jumpsuit. I ain't figured out who that cat was.
Yeah, I don't remember
I
either.
heard he was a ringer, though. I heard they brought him in for that. You know, by the way, Coca-Cola on hand.
Hey, that's your favorite drink, man.
Nothing's changed, Dawson. Nothing's changed. I don't have a mixer tonight. I'm straight Coke tonight. So,
straight Coke.
But yeah, so that just fueled my fire. So I went to the contest, and then I went. The first show I ever did was with the EAS.
Right.
And that took them to Harris, Cherokee, because they had to be there the next night for the contest.
Right.
And I'll never forget, but I told Kurt Brown. I don't even know if Kurt remembers this, but I told him before I left. I said, "I'll see you next year." And he said, "Okay." I said, "I'm gonna win it." He said, "Okay." And you know, I went back and I won it, and then I won like straight.
Right.
So I was very blessed. Very blessed.
You won Lake George. Is that right?
Yeah.
Lake George. Gosh, where else?
I won. Oh God, I won Lake George. I won Mesquite.
Right.
I won Myrtle Beach. I won Harris, because I went back in that next year. I went back to Myrtle Beach and won.
Right.
God, I can't even remember where now. Charlotte.
Was there a contest you won? Was it Potawatomi or something like that?
Potawatomi. Yep.
Yeah.
I won Potawatomi.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was ultimate. What, top 5 a couple of times?
Top 5.
Once or twice?
Twice. I think
it's twice.
I think it's twice. Yeah.
I think I was in it both times.
I think
when
so.
You got top 5, I believe so. Yeah.
Yep. I believe so. Yep.
So not only Elvis at Legends, you're going to start doing Jason Aldean at Legends?
Yeah, I was supposed to do Aldean in the summer, but
gotcha.
Who knows if that's gonna, take. We're hoping so, but we haven't got a return date yet. So.
Right. Okay. So kind of go from country music industry to Elvis, and I see your helmet back there, into racing. Now, how did that come about, man?
Yeah, it's for the people that really know me that I have a love spot in my body for NASCAR racing. My dad started in NASCAR, excuse me, in '84, in '82. So it's been basically part of my life for all my life.
Man.
And I've always said if I wasn't an entertainer, I would definitely be in the racing business, either as a driver or crew chiefing or something in the racing industry. It's just something I love to do. A lot of people don't get it, but I don't care. It's what I love to do. I love the speed of it. I love driving. So 2 years ago, I bought a car, and now I've got two. I've got 2 race cars. We're actually racing Saturday night.
Okay.
For all of you that don't have anything to do, Saturday night we're racing. I think the racing starts at 6:30, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
are they gonna let fans in?
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool. That's good.
Apart, but
I know right now I don't think anybody knows what to do with all this that's been going on, you know.
No, it's just it just goes, you know, as humanity, we need to do a better job of even not counting this, do a better job of taking care of ourselves and taking care of others.
Right. That's true. That's true. So racing, country music, Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, what else do I not know about you? I mean, this is just, you do a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah. Okay. See, something
an interesting fact that I don't know about you.
An interesting fact that Austin would not know about me. Okay.
Yeah.
An interesting fact is that, well, I sung the national anthem at the truck race at Daytona. You knew that.
Right. I knew that.
Biggest crowd I ever performed to. When I was 7 years old, I did the pre-race show at Bristol.
Gotcha. Wow.
Let's see, a weird fact that you would not. Oh, I used to stock groceries.
Seriously?
Third shift. Yeah.
No way.
There's nothing I haven't done. I've stocked groceries. Listen to this now. Y'all listen here now. I stock groceries. I've laid asphalt for the state of North Carolina. I've worked as a surveyor. I have built furniture. I have delivered furniture. I have busted tables for a seafood restaurant.
Wow.
There's probably more stuff that I've done job-wise that I just can't think of right now.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
You could write a book.
I know.
You should. You should.
What the heck am I thinking? I'm too busy.
Man. Michael says that everybody wants to see Samantha. They really don't want to see you.
Yeah. The bad part about it is he's right.
He's right.
I mean, not the bad. I mean, I would rather see Samantha.
Oh,
I hope he wouldn't be in the picture. Hell, I can call him. I don't want to. You know.
Oh Lord, they're cracking up, man. Lord, well, look, I
go ahead. Well, I got the baby in there. You know, Rucker was born. He's almost 2 months old. And so I just honestly, man, I've been sitting here at the house working on race cars, enjoying family time. I've told music. I've told a lot of people that this quarantine couldn't come at a worse time, but it couldn't come at a better time because I've been home with the baby.
That's
and
right.
The right music. You know,
I've been telling everybody that myself. You know, a lot of people, you know, they write me messages because, you know, we're having to cancel shows left and right. I mean, man, all my shows have been canceled through June. There's somebody starting in August. But, man, since I've been home, you know, I've got to spend more time with my parents and, you know, actually got to clean the house, do stuff that needs to be done, you know.
Yeah, I had a honey-do list that was starting to get very long.
I got you.
So I've been getting a lot of stuff done. What's up, Bruno? Thanks, buddy. I need to talk to you, Bruno, by the way. Sorry, I'm getting a little off.
You're fine.
You know how it is, Austin.
Hey, it is. Look, we're on here to have fun and do whatever, man.
I decided to cut all my hair off, so now I got to find a wig. So,
oh Lord, here, you want some of mine,
dude?
My growing like crazy, man.
Yeah, it's I just wanted something different.
Yeah,
you know,
why not? Why not? Well, look, I'm gonna pop this picture up on the screen. I made a picture like I did for Michael and them of when we first met to the last time we saw one another. You sure you want to see this?
I don't know if I want to see it or not. I bet my hair is.
Here we go. We're gonna count it down. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. There it is, right there.
Oh my god, dude! If that's the last picture we have together in 2018, it has been way too long.
Yes, that is the last photo.
Hey, you know what? I see why now Michael beat me in 2013.
Oh Lord,
because my hair was way too long.
that was 2013 at Brunswick. Yep. All the same time.
Yeah, but I mean, good God, he can sing the phone book. I mean, how do you go against somebody like that? You know,
I know. He's got a vocal pipes that just won't quit. Am I right?
God bless America.
But yeah, literally that photo. The last time we saw one another was in Pigeon Forge at Matt Cordell's theater when he was doing that contest, and you and I were headlining it.
You were right about that.
Yeah. That tells you how the days are going by so fast.
Yeah. You realize how old are you now, Austin?
I am 24.
Jesus flies.
Time flies, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
You know, I can only
Man.
imagine how Michael feels.
Oh Lord. Well, look, if any of the viewers have any questions, and I already have seen some questions pop in here for Travis, comment them and we will pop them on here so he can answer them. Now, like I said, if they're too personal, he might not want to talk about it, but
I don't give a crap.
we'll see.
The problem is I can answer them. It's just some people can't handle the answer.
It's true. It's a true point. That's true. Bruno says that is some sexy hair.
You are a sweetheart, Bruno. Thank you. I wish you could see it a little better. I decided to go with something different, and Rebecca cut it.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
it's
awesome.
Like a faux hawk thing. Any plan? Oh, I see. There's a bunch of them on here.
Here's a question right here. Any plans for you two to do a show together? You never know.
I hope so soon.
I hope so as well.
Yeah, we got to get it lined up.
We got to. We need to, and especially all four of us as well.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be killer.
Probably I get to share the stage with Samantha at some point.
Absolutely, we'll make that happen. Well, even though if Michael don't want it to happen, we'll make it happen.
I can really care less about Michael. I mean, honestly, I could do it without him. It don't matter to me. But Samantha, I really like to see.
Oh God. Oh God. Okay, here's one. Somebody says, please come back to Macon. Yeah. So you've performed in Macon. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else we have. What's that?
Have you ever been to that theater in Macon?
I don't believe so. The closest I've been to Macon is a theater in Hawkinsville, Georgia. It's about 30 minutes from Macon.
You play there?
Me and Riley Jenkins played there.
Hawkinsville sounds familiar.
It's a small town.
Yeah, the place in Macon, man, they have this. It's just the theater is just beautiful. It's very small, but it's beautiful.
Wow. Wanda Watson asked, Travis, did you play at Gastonia at the Hamburger Palace?
I played opening at a Highway 55. So yeah, that could be what she's talking about.
That might be what she's talking about. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a long time ago. Oh,
man. All right. Penny asked, if you had anywhere in the world to play, where would it be?
Australia.
Man, I would agree with you on that statement. I'm 100% with that. I've never been there.
What's the big? I believe it's Australia. The picture you see, the cool looking.
Yes, the building
in Sydney. I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Jenny Henry asked, when is your first show? When is it supposed to be? I'm assuming with all this going on.
I have
no idea.
No idea. I am booked. Excuse me. You know what? I actually can't answer that right now because I don't know.
You don't know.
There's some stuff that's in the works,
right?
But we're kind of waiting until we know if it's going to be a go or not. So
gotcha.
Yeah. So that's what that's kind of what we're dealing against there.
Bruno says that he would tie him up in the back of a room while she's on stage with you boys. Time Michael. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's another question from Cassidy. What has been your favorite place to perform, and where would you want to perform with that in the whole world, and why? Okay, we already know Australia, but why Australia?
Just because it's beautiful, and I want to play with a koala bear.
Hey, that's nice. That's good.
I'd like to play with a koala bear and see some lizards and go swimming in water out there or something.
Right.
And I want to play that theater.
Let's see. Somebody made a comment. Marilyn Kelly, was it the Douglas in Macon?
Yes, that's it.
That's where it was. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Samantha. Samantha. Yeah, I see. Let's see. Samantha.
Yeah.
Samantha says, "Where's your favorite NASCAR driver?"
Who is my favorite NASCAR driver?
Yes.
You know what? I have a lot of them. Golly. Everybody my dad worked for, I was a fan of. DW and Benny Parsons and Phil Parsons and Sterling Marlin. He worked at DEI for a little bit. I was a senior fan. I thought he was a great guy. I got to meet him on a couple of occasions. Dale Jr. I know him pretty well. Great guy.
I like Dale Jr.
Yeah. Jeff Gordon has always been very nice and respectful to me. Harvick, have never had a problem. Every one of them has been very nice to me. I know a lot of the older guys. I don't really know the new guys like William. I've raced with him on some iRacing stuff, but
Right.
I don't know him per se.
Gotcha.
The older guys, the Bonnies and Harvey, those guys.
Right.
He's cool.
Miss Terry made a comment, said Georgia 2021. Yes, all 4 of us will be there, and all of you watching need to be there.
Yes, I cannot wait. Georgia,
I'm excited.
Man, I was there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was heartbroken when I didn't go last year. That broke my heart.
I didn't get to go either. So I know how you feel.
I've been there every year.
I'll be truthful with you. Last year, I'm with you on that. Was the first time I was not in Brunswick. We had been there from the start.
From the start, yes.
It's horrible.
It kind of, you feel like it's a piece of you. You know?
Absolutely. It's like going home.
Yes.
Yeah.
So plus the food is amazing.
Yes. So Miss Terry, we're trying to tell you something. We need to be there all the time. Am I right?
Yeah, Terry.
All of us need to be there all the time.
Yes.
Oh Lord. So she says the beginning.
That's right. From the beginning.
Right. From the beginning. Absolutely. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get Michael and Samantha on here with us. Yeah. I've never attempted this before, so we'll see what happens. And then before we sign off, I have one more question for them and for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get them on here. All right, here we go. There they are. They're sleeping.
Yeah.
How is this happening? Hey guys, we're live. We're live.
Sorry.
We're live.
Oh,
Sorry.
Travis, is Travis done?
Yeah.
That was a
Carson.
Oh, hey, Travis. Hey, buddy.
Oh,
Hey. Great interview, by the way.
Michael, do me a favor. Move to your, be your left just about a little bit. Keep moving.
Right here?
Keep moving. Keep moving. Now, move to your left. Look, there we go. Now we're ready.
He wants you out of the picture.
Let's go to Wendy's.
Let's go get some chicken nuggets right now.
See, this is the thing about me and Travis Powell, everybody, in case you don't know.
Yes.
We would go to restaurants and he would order whatever I wanted him to order, and then I would order something else I wanted to eat, and we would just eat off of each other's plates.
Yeah.
That happened. My husband wouldn't even do that for me.
It's the food that bonded us.
That's one thing. That's one thing. Me and Sam can put down some food. I mean, put down some food.
Man, I will never forget when we were on that cruise and it was your birthday and you ate what size steak was that at that restaurant? I mean, it was.
I don't know. It felt like after I ate it felt like 40 pounds.
Yeah, you were sick. And the crazy thing is what we had a show like an hour or two after that.
Yeah. Man,
I couldn't have done it. Oh God.
I don't think I went to bed before 5 o'clock in the morning.
Was it Miss Marion, Elvis's Nurses Cruise? Was that the one it was? I believe it was. Yeah.
Us four just need to put a cruise on.
Why not?
We can do all kinds of music, Michael saying.
Hey, I'm down.
As long as Michael sings "Bow on My Knees," I'm all for it.
Yep, we're good.
Oh yeah.
You have to.
Dude, I listened to you sing that like 47,000 times when you did it. I just kept watching the video over and over.
Oh
man, look, I bowed on my knees.
You guys.
When you sing it, man, it's chills, man.
I like your hair, Michael.
What's that?
I like your hair.
Short.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing the wig thing too, man. It's just people either want their picture made with you when you walk around like that, or they kind of give you a weird look, Yeah,
I can't go to a grocery store.
I
know how that is for sure.
But your hair looks great, and
Trust
also
me.
I love the charo.
Thank you.
It, man.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
I'm trying to get it to go up. I figure the higher it gets, the closer to Jesus I am.
That's
Amen
right.
to that. Amen.
That's what Goodman said. So, yeah.
Oh, there was a
man beard.
Do what?
Austin, you got a man beard, son. You're 20-something years old. Jeez.
Thank you.
I know
Thank
it.
you.
I know
Me and
it.
Michael can't go.
You look like Ted. You look like Ted Torres by 10 a.m.
That's okay. That's okay.
And I've told Ted that, so he's laughing.
Oh, I know. Yes,
That's right. Absolutely.
I'm not saying anything. Ted knows that. Bless his
That's
heart.
right.
That's right.
That's right. When we were talking about Georgia, Miss Terry made a comment and said a tradition.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be a tradition. All of us there all the time. I don't think people get tired of us. Do you think they get tired of us? I don't think so.
I get tired of y'all.
Oh man,
Except
we're
for
done
Travis.
now. We're done. He's like, yeah.
Hey, Austin, you got lucky. I was going to come on here wearing my racing helmet just to see what you'd say.
You should have. It would have been hilarious.
Put it on.
People would have loved it. Put it on
Put it
now.
on.
We got time. We got all the time in the world.
See, he can do that now. Before, he would have messed his hair up, and see, he would have never
True.
put the,
True.
Oh.
Here we go.
Now you just need it when you get it on. You need to just go get in the car.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
That would be cool. Take the camera. Oh, now it's time to go racing.
Look at that.
Hey,
Yes.
you look like Elvis in Speedway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you sing an Elvis Speedway song or something?
I'm gonna win
This race.
I'm not going to lie to you. I would love to keep that thing on, but Jesus, it stinks.
Listen, Travis, I've got a great idea for a live Facebook show you could do. It's where you get a guest and you put them in your race car and you have conversations with Travis as you go around the.
That would be awesome.
You know.
There's
How
your
about that?
idea.
That's a great
perfect.
idea.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
No one's ever done that. You could
No.
interview country stars. You could.
That would
Don't
be
leave
awesome.
me out of it. It was my idea to begin with.
You're going to be the first. What are you talking about?
And I'll be like,
You'd be
scared
scared.
to death. Yeah.
People
No,
are
I
loving
grew up with
this.
him. He's always been a crazy driver. So
They
Well, you
never
know.
get tired of us.
yeah.
We don't get tired of it.
I'd be more safe with him in a race car than his normal car. So
Oh, yeah.
you still have that old Mitsubishi?
Hell no, I got rid of that thing.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
I got a big old Dodge truck, 3500, son.
Ooh,
Good job.
Dodge is the best,
I had to
man.
get something- So check it out. I had to get something to pull the race cars and the horses because we got 2 horses. I got
Oh,
We
that's
didn't know
I got
that.
everything in 2s except wives and kids. Everything in 2s. I got 2 horses. I got 2 horses. I got 2 goats. I
You
got
your
2
life
kids.
together. Yeah.
I got stuff together. I'm telling you.
Yeah. That's good.
So where was I going with that story?
You got 2 horses.
You get in there. It was a good story.
You got 2. You got 2 goats.
I tell that one at parties, Michael. I tell that one at parties.
Okay.
No, I was going. What was I fixing to say?
You had me at 2 goats.
2 goats.
I love goats.
Yeah, these are hard-headed to say the least.
Hard
That's the
headed.
best way I can explain it on camera.
Hey, have you ever drank goat's milk?
No, Rebecca wants to do that.
Well, it makes your butt hard.
But I,
You get it?
Well, I mean, that
Oh my
depends on what
gosh.
that depends on what
Like
we're
they
going for
butt,
here.
they butt hard.
yeah,
They,
that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Folks, that's what you can expect if you come to a Travis Powell, Austin Irving,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
concert. Just
I was
utter
trying to
chaos.
figure out a way how I could twist.
People's loving it.
I was
Yeah.
trying to figure out a way I could twist that one.
You're still having to think, right?
I was
Don't
thinking. I was trying to be like Sam. Sam is so quick on her feet.
Do not get an ad lib. Get into an ad lib
Jesus.
competition with her.
Terrible.
You will lose.
I love your hair too, by the way, Sam.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm
My mom is cracking up. She's putting
Sam-
LOL.
Oh,
Sam's got that kind hair.
What?
Sam's got that kind hair.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it kind of grows on a monkey's ass.
Oh!
Oh.
Just got beat down again.
You know,
Sorry, Tammy.
Oh.
it probably is. I bought it at Sally's.
I'm just kidding, Sam. You know I love you. That's one thing. I love all you guys. And I've been around. I've been around a lot of people, as all of you have, I'm sure, with what
There are
you've
a lot.
done in the past and what you've done, what you're going to do in future, and everything else. But real friends are hard to come by.
Absolutely.
Truly hard to come by. And I mean, when I mean real friends, it don't matter if you're doing Elvis. It don't matter if you're doing country music. It don't matter if you're doing gospel music. It don't matter if you ain't doing any kind of music. You're just sitting at the house on the front porch and racing on the weekends.
Yep.
These true friends are when you can call them at any time and just talk.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
I believe you guys are my true friends, and I truly appreciate it.
Yes.
Back to action, buddy.
We've
Same
all,
for both of y'all.
We've all been through a lot together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and it's really been great, and I look forward to seeing you guys again.
When you
Yeah,
gain
I'm ready.
you know, and you know, the Elvis world is a big world, but it's small compared to all the other industries out there. But you gain a lot of success pretty quick, or get your name out there pretty quick. And we all sort of did that around the same time. Yeah. People start taking shots at you, you know. And I always knew that there was a couple of guys out there that no matter what, I knew they weren't involved in that. And if I needed to vent, it was always you guys. And also, you can always tell a true friend when you go months and months and months without seeing them, and then the moment you see each other, you just pick back up like
absolutely.
And,
that's true.
Not forced or like that, and we feel that way about you guys too.
Yeah. I tell you, this I'm gonna be truthful with you. As I've said this 1,000 times, this has been the best weekly chats with Austin show ever. This right here. Thanks, and people are commenting that, so we're gonna have to do it again within the next month or so.
Absolutely,
that's great.
I just got on here and told me I need to watch my mouth.
I saw that.
My mom.
Your mama?
Yeah, it's been.
Your mom's getting you now. Lord.
Y'all gotta understand.
Usually it's me.
Y'all gotta understand here. And these three, I say this with 100%. I believe okay, let me just start all over. With me, what you see is what you get. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm the same way right now as I'm going to be if we all went out and eat tomorrow night or a year from now, or if I'm at an Elvis Festival. I'm the same, you know, and I believe that's what people like about y'all too, is people can tell if you're fake.
Amen to that.
They can tell it real quick too. You know,
that's true.
I'm not perfect, and I'll be the first one to tell you my mouth is one of my downfalls. But I'm the same Travis today as I'm going to be tomorrow and next week too. You know,
that's right.
Mama don't like my mouth.
Well, why did you sound like Forrest Gump when you said that?
I don't know.
Mama don't
like my mouth.
There was a comment I wanted to show you guys. Let's see if I can find it. See, a lot of these people are not studying about us three. They're only thinking about Samantha. See the comment?
No. You look
great. You're looking great, Samantha. See, they're not even talking about it. You know what I mean?
You got to think about it like this, though, Austin. You got to think about it like this. Do you blame them?
No.
I always introduce myself as Mr. Samantha CHAMBLISS.
That's it. Well, look, before we sign off of here and call it a night.
I love being a woman in a man's world.
That's right. That's a good statement. I got a question.
Okay.
And Travis, I'm going to let you answer it first. And then Michael and Samantha, you can answer it as well. It's the same question. It's going to both of you.
Okay.
Kind of give what kind of words of encouragement can you give entertainers, young entertainers that are in the boat that we're in right now with not being able to do shows, stuck at home, you know, not being able to do what we're used to doing, and people in general, I mean, and young entertainers, what kind of words of encouragement, Travis, can you give them to kind of, you know, uplift the spirit?
Well, I'll give you one for what I think for not just while we're in this quarantine stuff, but what I would give you to carry on for the rest of your life. And that is be yourself. Always. No matter what it is. I don't care if you're doing Elvis. I take the approach that when I do Elvis, that I as close to Elvis as I can be. Am I perfect at that? No. But I try the best I can. I think as an entertainer, when you are like Michael and Sam that do other things, your natural personality automatically comes out. That's just the way it is. And there's nothing you can do about that because you're an entertainer. That's what you do. So there's going to be some things that you do that may not be Elvis, but I try, and I won't speak for anybody else. I try to stay as close as I can to him when I'm singing a song or something like it. If I'm talking or off stage, I'm going to be me.
Absolutely.
That's the end of it. So what I would say to a young guy is be yourself. If you want to pay tribute to Elvis, that's fine. I'm not telling you not to do that. And show him the respect if you're going to do it of doing it just like he would do it. Somebody asked me, you're not Elvis. Well, no joke. No joke. You know, if
there's only one Elvis, man.
you thought you were going to see Elvis, you bought the ticket.
Mm-mm.
Because I'm not Elvis, but I'm trying to take you back to maybe when you got to see Elvis or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's all it really is. Be yourself off the stage. Nobody likes. I'll be the one to say, and if it pisses somebody off, I'm sorry, but here goes. Nobody wants to hear you walking around talking like Elvis Presley. Nobody wants to hear that.
That's true.
That may hurt hurt your feelings, but that's the way it is.
That's right.
Nobody wants to hear you walk around in your regular clothes talking like Elvis Presley.
That's right.
That's
There's only one Elvis. There's no reason to try to be him because you're never going to be. You know what I mean?
So leave it for the stage. On stage, it's fine with me. That's what you're there.
Right.
You're there to entertain, and I get it. And I would not ever say anything about that. But off the stage, be who you are, and that's
right.
That's the end of it.
That's
and
right.
Use time like these to right. What are you doing, Michael? I'm talking here.
We got down to 1% battery because you talk so long.
I love it. God, I love these guys. I'm not done yet, Michael.
There we are.
He's not done yet.
I'm not done yet.
Keep
So
going.
No, I agree with everything you're saying. Really,
Me too.
yeah,
I really do.
it's
So true.
and also, if I would say anything to young guys, work on your craft is being yourself. I know that sounds crazy, but the fact of the matter is this: you can't be Elvis Presley and not okay. That's the wrong wording. You can't portray to be Elvis Presley for the rest of your life. That's it's not going to happen. You got a certain limit on it. But there's somebody that you can be for the rest of your life, and it's going to be okay. And you know who that is?
Yourself.
Is you.
Yeah.
That's who you can be the rest of your life. So why not take this time to perfect being you?
That's right.
That's my words of wisdom today.
I agree with you 100%.
It's wise.
And I think, and my thing too is find out what you're good at. You know, if you go out there and you buy a Freddie Mercury album and you want to sound like Freddie Mercury, maybe your vocal cords and all that wasn't built to be like him. I think that you should find a style or whatever that fits you and your voice timbre and get good at being you in the wheelhouse that God given you with your vocal cords.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can expand our range by 2 or 3 notes and we can learn different vocal licks by listening to people. And I do believe that you should listen to different genres of music. Don't just because I pull stuff from bluegrass, from Southern gospel to pop to Richard Marx. Yes, they give me a hard time because I like Richard Marx, but you know,
it's true though.
But figure out what you're good at, and don't try to get out there and do stuff. I never pick out songs for competition that I know are just not me. You know, I try to stay in what I'm comfortable in, and I think that I just turned 40 years old, and I told someone the other day that I feel like that right now I know exactly what I can and can't do with my voice, and I'm as good of a singer right now as I've ever been because I don't try to get out there and do stuff that I can't do. So now would be a good time for a person to find their voice and find where they're at and find what they're good at and perfect that. And then you can start maybe tinkering in the other things, you know. That would be my encouragement. I
agree 100%. That would be like me trying to put on a goal of May. Just won't work. I don't have that voice. And what's funny about this, kind of piggyback on that, Michael, is I remember when I first started doing my own music 10, 15 years ago, whatever it was, I'm so glad I didn't make it so to stay bigger than I'm glad I didn't because I don't think I was ready. Does that make sense? I wasn't ready.
Absolutely.
I wasn't ready to. Now I know, like you said, I know who I am. I know that I really don't care what people think about me. That's just the honesty of it. Some lady didn't like my hair. And did y'all see that, by the way? That's a side note.
What?
No.
Yes. She said, I was doing my live video and she said, ooh, unfortunate haircut. Sorry, but it is what it is. Well, here's my thing.
Well, I love it.
Here's my thing.
I like it too.
If you're going to be an ass, just be an ass. Don't apologize for it. You know?
Well, this was the best show that Austin ever had.
Yes, it was. I'm telling you. Hey, if not, these people wouldn't be commenting that they're loving it. So there you go.
Right. I just ruined the whole video, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
No.
So
Y'all know what I mean.
You
know what I mean? It's the, you know, it don't take you nothing to be nice. Use this time to be nice. I mean, and if you are young, I can go ahead and tell you, if you want to be in this business, and I know Michael, Sam, and you, even though you're a baby, Austin, you agree. I know Michael and Sam will. We're a good bit older than you are. Maybe not Sam, but me and Michael.
Speak for yourself.
That's what I just said. After I said it, I was like, ooh. Yeah. So I know, okay, Michael, I know you agree 100%. If you want to be in this business, you better get some thick skin. You better.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Because if not, it will tear you down to nothing. So believe in yourself, believe in what you do, and don't be scared, and really, honestly, don't listen to what anybody says. That's mine.
Yeah, you do.
That's true.
You do.
You
You'll
gotta
hear all the time, you're good, but you are no so-and-so, or you are good, you know, and you do have to grow some thick skin, you know.
Also remember that being on stage is like any other job. It's not the most important thing in the world.
That's right.
It doesn't matter how many stages you sing on. It doesn't matter how big the audience is.
How many awards?
Never put it in front of your family, your spouse, you know, your relationship with God. Being on stage is a wonderful blessing, but it is not everything. It's just like having. It's no different than having any other job. And people that you know, you shouldn't bring it home with you. You should just, you know, work on it enough. But don't be obsessed. Don't be obsessed because it's not going to make you any more successful.
That's right.
You know, you just have to learn to live your life too, and know that being a musician or being an entertainer is a wonderful blessing, and not everybody gets to do it. So that is a wonderful blessing.
Yes.
But don't put that in front of other things that are more important. We've had to learn that.
Yeah.
And in closing, the guys, and I think maybe Travis said this earlier, if you're young, and I'm talking like 8 years old to that 13, 14 years old, if you're wanting to be an Elvis tribute artist, watch Elvis. You know, you can pick up little things from other guys out there, because what we do is different at these festivals and things like that. But watch him, you know, and see what he did. I think a lot of guys are watching more of their favorite ETAs and doing some things, and you're like, oh, well, watch Elvis. You know,
I agree with that, Mike. I believe
I do too.
I agree. Some of our contests or anything else is getting to where ETAs are paying tribute to ETAs, and that's what we got to get away from. I agree with that 100%.
It kind of feels like, and some people may agree or disagree with this, but it kind of feels like Elvis is being taken out of it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
You know, it's kind of how it seems. You know,
right.
But and it's crazy because Elvis is the reason we're all in it. It's the reason why us four are friends. That's why all these people are watching this, and why they know us is because of Elvis. So, as Michael said, when you get on stage, don't try to, be somebody else. Be yourself, but try to get as close to Elvis as possible, because that's what you want to give the audience, a little snippet of what it would have been like, if they never seen him before. Don't get up there and try to, be somebody else. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And I think everybody watching this is agreeing 100% too, because that's what I see.
How many comments do we have? Is there any way you can see that?
I don't think I can see that.
There's a lot of people watching.
There's a lot of people watching.
We don't see that. How many people are watching? 8?
We were at 100 and something. Right now, I think we're down to 80.
Well, hey,
that's what
we started giving our opinion, and then it went down.
There's 471 comments.
Oh,
cool.
Good.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
A lot of people agree with what we say.
Absolutely. They sure do.
We know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Listen to the advice.
So much, I've seen the industry change so much just from 2013 when we all met in Georgia.
Yep.
Absolutely.
100%.
But some in the good, some for the bad. But I'm ready to get back with you guys, and I think that we can put a positive turn back on it. Maybe
that's right.
Bring the old dogs back. Well, I hate to say old dog. Look at Austin.
That's
But,
okay.
you
He's
know.
a young pup.
I'm an old dog. You see this?
Hey,
And
Michael,
I'm the head.
I told you you can't live with me.
I almost cussed like Travis.
Oh Lord.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Did we?
Do that. Do that.
I was trying to think, Michael and Sam, where was the last time we played together? And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it Marion?
Marion. Yeah.
Or was it?
No.
You came
Show
to Matt's-
plays. Show
You
plays.
came to Matt's show.
Yeah, we were all four there at the same time.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. I was
Yeah.
wondering, whatever happened to the place in Marion?
Too long.
I think it's just empty right now.
Mm-hmm.
The show plays.
Yeah. It's
Oh, yeah.
It's empty.
Okay.
Bad location.
Yeah. Yeah. How's Matt
That's
doing?
bad.
I got to watch like
Great.
2 minutes of Matt's video the other night.
What's that?
How's Matt doing? I got to see like 3 minutes of his video the other night.
Oh, him and Tasha are doing great. We did the show with them for the Grand Majestic for the
Yeah, yeah.
Facebook Live show Forging Ahead. So we got to see them. We get to see them a lot. And they're doing great. He sings with a band here in town.
Awesome.
It's called Sunburn Willie. They're really awesome. They're one of the most popular bands in town. So
Ooh.
we get to see them when we can. This whole quarantine thing is kind of, made it to where we can't hang as much as we want to, but that's all going to be over soon. So
Right.
we're
You
excited
tell
about it.
me hello.
Sunburn Willie has this new song. It's called the Man Song, and it's weird.
That's
but,
weird. Yeah. I heard.
It's been doing well. It's
Yeah,
been doing
yeah,
well here in the Smoky and the Appalachia.
Well, it had it. You know who it's about. So.
Well, we were trying to wonder a while ago before we officially sign off. We were wondering a while ago how many we had on here. Well, Penny said it was 136 to start with.
Okay.
It was 136.
Nice.
Man. Well, guys,
we are returning. Yes. Oh,
what are you? What are you?
That stupid. That
Hey.
stupid Loch Ness monster thing.
listen.
It's a lot of
Oh.
fun to see.
I'm proposing right now that we have a date when we all get to Georgia. We should go. Ain't there? Is this Cracker Barrels right there in Georgia, right?
Yes.
FCQs.
Yeah.
Where?
Tipsy McSway's.
Tipsies, Foxes.
Yeah.
Fox's Pizza.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, love those cupcakes.
Anyway, we're going to Pam Pam's. By the way,
Yes.
Pam
Pam.
The
Absolutely.
Martians, that was good.
Yeah.
Marchside.
Mark
So we
Side.
gotta have a dinner when we get there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If not before then.
Yeah.
If not before then.
Yeah.
Can't see me?
When all this
I mean-
quarantine stuff's over.
I need to come to Pigeon Forge. That's what I need to do.
Yes, you do.
I got a new
Yes, you do.
song. I got a new song I'm gonna put on the record. It talks about Gatlinburg.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Cool.
You know, speaking of that, Travis, you
Yeah.
just gave me an idea. And some people have been commenting this, but I'm doing my fam retreat next year, and a lot of people says that we'd love for you to be a part of it with us. They're
Let's do
there too.
Let's do it. When you gonna
Well,
do it?
We'll talk. Okay.
I mean-
all right, we'll talk. But
I mean-
thank you guys, all of y'all, for being a part of this, man. Like I said, this has been the best show, Weekly Chats, ever since we started this a year ago. Man, it's been awesome.
Awesome.
I have had fun.
Awesome.
Everybody's loved it, man. We had a lot of viewers watching, and thank you, Travis. Thank you, Michael and Samantha, for being a part.
Thank you.
I love you guys
Thank
very
you
much,
all.
and I hope to see y'all soon.
All right. Love you
Love
guys.
you both.
We love you
All right,
guys.
we'll talk
Bye.
soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
man. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Well, there you go. It was the best show we have ever done. Man, it was incredible. It was awesome. Man, that was fun. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Man, we could have kept this going all night. I told you guys to begin with that there was going to be a lot of interesting stories, a lot of crazy stuff going on. And as you can see, there it was. But that's the reason why, is because we are all friends for life. We've known each other from when we all started in this Elvis world together. And I think you could see that. So trust me, there's going to be shows coming with the four of us, and I don't know what else, but it's going to be awesome. And I just can't wait. I can't wait. So without further ado, before I officially sign off of here, don't forget to like this Facebook page, Austin Irby-Entertainer. Please like it. I'd greatly appreciate that so much. It helps me out tremendously. I greatly appreciate that. And also follow me on Instagram. There is the whatever you call that, to look it up, the name, Austin Irby Entertainment on Instagram. And also, if you want more information on my shows and what's kind of happening, this quarantine has kind of messed everything up. So a lot of my shows are being rescheduled to next year, and some this year, some canceled. So go visit that website that's going at the bottom of the screen right there, and get further information about all of that as well. Also, our next episode for Weekly Chat with Austin is going to be next week, May the 28th at 7:30 p.m. I believe, if I am correct, that is a Thursday night. As you can see on the screen, special guest is going to be Jeffrey Crick Jr., and we have one more guest that has not been confirmed at this time. So make sure you tune in next Thursday, May 28th, 7:30 p.m. with Jeffrey Crick Jr., myself, and one more guest to be announced. And please make sure, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, this is my first time going live on YouTube. Please like our YouTube channel, Weekly Chats with Austin. Ring that bell to get notified when we always have an episode going on YouTube. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I do want to say I have a lot of things that's in the works right now. I want to tell you guys before we sign off. Like Travis was saying, Michael and him was saying, during this quarantine, I've been able to be home, being able to kind of think about some things and all that stuff. And for those of you who don't know, I have been writing music myself. I've never done that in my entire life. But since I've been at home, I've just had some things in my heart. So I started doing that. I have been given an opportunity to do some things with some songs that some other folks have written. So hopefully I'll be able to let you guys know on more information on that, on what's happening, what I am planning. So stay tuned for that. And hopefully I'll be able to make that announcement real soon, and what's going on with what I'm writing and some songs that I have been given to try to record and see what happens. So it's always time to try to something new. I guess you can call it a new journey. So try something new. But I got a lot of great things going on with my Elvis tribute for next year. A lot of great things going on with me for Austin Irby for real, man. There's just so much. So stay tuned for that. And I'll be able to announce all that great stuff with you guys here very soon. Like I said, Michael, Samantha, and myself have something really awesome that we are planning for next year. So stay tuned for that. And trust me, me, Michael, Samantha, and Travis is going to be doing some things as well. So there's a little tease for you guys that y'all don't know about. So we'll be making all those announcements about that, about my stuff, hopefully here very soon. We're going to talk and get all that squared away. But for those of you who are tuning in before I sign out, I know some of y'all may be tired, but for those of you who are watching this who are attending my Austin Irby fan retreat, I received some messages today wanting to know what the plan is. As you all know, we are rescheduling it to September. We do have the dates confirmed. There will be an email sent to all the fan retreat folks who have bought packages probably tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And if I don't have your email address, I'll send it to you on Facebook. So without further ado, I want to check these comments one more time before we sign off. And everybody is saying thank you, Debbie Henley, for watching. Yes, I will definitely send prayers, Wanda, for sure. Amanda says thank you. Stay safe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Y'all have been awesome tonight. Again, thank you to Travis, Samantha, and Michael for being on here. Friends for life. They're always in my heart for sure. We're going to have them back on again probably next month. I mean, why not? So without further ado, don't forget to go check my website. If you have any questions about Weekly Chat with Austin or anything that I've spoken about on here tonight, please send me a private message and I will answer you as soon as possible. So don't forget, we're going to be making some announcements very soon for myself and for all of us together. So without further ado, God bless you guys. Y'all have a fabulous night. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. It was a blast. And remember, God loves you. I love you. And I hope to see you soon. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. And remember to use common sense. And we're going to get through this and going to be okay. God bless you guys. I love you all very much. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, adios.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Do 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 do. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Do 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 do. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Good night.